and it's Leo, you're like, damn it.
God damn it.
Leo struck again.
Well, if she's over 30, you don't even have to worry about Leo.
Not over like 23. Yeah, 30. 30
That's
is like
what I
over
saw.
the hill.
Remember the photos of Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend,
Would you
Leonardo DiCaprio? Yeah, she was like smiling at him, and then Jeff Bezos like was joking around about pushing him off a cliff. Like,
yeah.
But like, you don't have to worry about her, bro. She's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could see you could see her doing like the cost benefit analysis, like Leo or richest man in the world.
The internet exploded again. One minute, people were scrolling through random clips and celebrity news, and the next minute, one name was suddenly everywhere: Leonardo DiCaprio. Headlines started appearing faster than anyone could keep up with. Videos, live streams, thumbnails, tweets, reaction posts. It felt like the entire internet flipped overnight. And then came the reaction nobody expected. Joe Rogan didn't just casually mention it. He looked genuinely frustrated. Not shocked, not surprised, frustrated.
The Epstein stuff is so crazy because when Kash Patel was on here and he was like, there's nothing. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know what to say. My thought was, and people are like, why didn't you push back more? My thought was like, I'm just going to put this out there and let the internet do its work. The guy's saying there's no tapes, there's no video. That doesn't make any sense. And then he's like, well, we have a film. We're going to release that film. And the film has a fucking minute missing from it. It's so convenient that the guards were asleep. So convenient that the cameras didn't work. So convenient that years later, you have a recording of the outside of the cell, but a minute is missing from it.
3 minutes.
Yeah. 3 minutes?
Yeah, they found out it was like almost 3 minutes.
That's plenty of time to kill somebody. 3 minutes is more than enough time.
Oh, 3 minutes, you could get a whole bunch of people killed by then.
You just don't understand how anybody can go to jail for sex trafficking when you don't have anybody they sex traffic to.
Right.
Like, that don't make any sense. Like, if I was Ghislaine's lawyer, I'd be like, to who? To who? Like, how did he not do that? Like, you want to tell me there's some sort of a compromised trial? How do you not have a lawyer that goes, who did she sex traffic to?
Right. There's some sort of backdoor deal that was like, hey, spend this time in jail and we won't kill you.
Or also, she's working with them.
Right.
Like, especially that kind of a crime, where there's a person that hires you or gives you money or that you use to get influence from, and then you sex traffic to them. So there's another person involved. And that other person is completely eliminated from the trial because what? Because they're billionaires? Because they're heads of state,
powerful enough,
prominent scientists. What is going, like, how is that okay? That doesn't even make sense that you could get through a whole trial like that. According to investigations, at least 15 students were lured into Epstein's Palm Beach home. Holy shit.
That's so crazy.
Now
That's in
imagine
2005.
Imagine if those girls didn't get in that fight. Imagine if that didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, but if
I mean, look at
According to the
some
FBI
people that
today,
are in the.
There was nothing going on, so.
Oh, FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. File show.
So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Who says that?
Because from his perspective, this wasn't just another celebrity scandal getting attention online. This was connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case, a story that already destroyed public trust years ago. The moment old files and names started circulating online again, people instantly began searching for connections. And once Leonardo DiCaprio's name entered the conversation, the internet did what it always does. It moved fast, too fast. Suddenly, every old photo mattered. Every celebrity party mattered. Every appearance at a private event became evidence in the eyes of social media.
This is the current website to get into the Epstein files.
You're now in line.
I'm in the queue.
Oh, wow.
What?
Your estimated wait time is 1 minute. Oh. Is it moving? Oh, less than a minute.
Wait, we're going to get into the
Look, we're about to get in. 96%. We're getting less than a minute. We're at 96% getting into the Epstein files.
What do you think's gonna pop up first?
Oh, it's your turn.
Holy shit.
Oh, we're going to see some shits. You are now being redirected to the website.
Nothing
Bro,
happened.
immediately a virus gets uploaded to your computer. They get a FaceTime video of every off session you're going to have for now to the rest of your life. So if people wind up going to trial over this and people wind up getting indicted over this, that could get more interesting because then you remove it from Minnesota and then it becomes this federal court thing. And so then it becomes mainstream public news if they do this correctly. But if there is something there.
But the thing is, you have to worry about if the judge is going to be complicit and if the prosecutor is going to be complicit, like, and the media is also. You got to kind of fly that arrow through three hoops to hit that bullseye.
You got to go through the bushes and you got a small hole to
right.
shoot through. Yeah.
And then to try to make it and then it'd be very easy for Newsom to be like, I'm so glad this got exposed.
Right.
I promise you, as president, this won't happen in America. And if you want to talk corruption, look at Trump and all his sweetheart deals, blah, 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 blah. Hillary's already throwing him under the bus about Epstein. They don't have shame. Did you not see that?
Saying?
Hillary's like, Trump's in the files thousands of times. Like, let's have this conversation. She started already.
Right.
And the scary part was how quickly people made up their minds before even checking what was actually proven. That's what made Rogan react so strongly, because to him, the internet wasn't trying to understand the truth anymore. It was trying to build a story. And once a story goes viral online, facts almost stop mattering. The Epstein scandal already left people angry and suspicious. For years, the public watched powerful names avoid consequences, while victims were left with unanswered questions. Trust disappeared. People no longer believed that fame, money, and influence were separate from corruption. And because of that, every celebrity name connected to Epstein now creates instant chaos online. But here's where the situation became even more intense. Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't some random celebrity. He's one of the most recognizable actors in the world. For decades, he built an image that millions of people respected. From blockbuster movies to environmental activism, he became known as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Titanic made him a global icon. The Wolf of Wall Street made him even bigger. And over the years, he became connected to elite Hollywood circles, massive parties, private events, and billionaire social networks. That's exactly why the internet reacted the way it did. Because once people hear Epstein files and Hollywood elite in the same sentence, emotions take over immediately. Nobody waits anymore. Nobody slows down to ask what's verified. The internet jumps straight to assumptions. And Rogan has talked about this mindset before. He's repeatedly warned about how dangerous online outrage can become when emotion replaces evidence. According to Rogan, once the algorithm sees anger and controversy, it pushes the story even harder. The shocking the headline sounds, the faster it spreads. Accuracy becomes secondary. Engagement becomes everything. That's the system people were watching unfold in real time. Within hours, videos started appearing with dramatic titles claiming DiCaprio had been exposed. Some creators acted like guilt had already been proven. Others dug through years of photos, looking for anything that could support the narrative. Old interviews resurfaced, celebrity friendships were analyzed. People started connecting dots that may not have had any real meaning at all.
Leonardo DiCaprio is voting for Kamala Harris. Has nothing to do with the Diddy parties.
when you guys were talking,
nothing to do with the Diddy parties. He's endorsed Kamala Harris because of climate change.
Then did you see him? He's on a yacht and then on a private jet. Literally
So
like
smart.
last week. Do you know Diddy won a lawsuit against that alcohol company? The alcohol company.
Ciroc?
Ciroc. He won like $1 billion deal, and once that happened, then this all came out.
This is in 2009. So Epstein was saying that. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video.
Jeez.
I am in China. I'll be in the U.S. second week of May. What the fuck, man? And why is his name redacted? Why would your name be redacted if you're not a victim? Like, this is what's crazy about all this. Like, how come you redact some people and you don't redact other people? Like, what is this? This is not good. None of this is good for this administration. It looks fucking terrible. It looks terrible. It looks terrible for Trump when he was saying that none of this was real. This is all a hoax. This is not a hoax. Like, did you not know? Maybe he didn't know, if you want to be charitable. But this is definitely not a hoax. And if you've got redacted people's names and these people aren't victims, you're not protecting the victim. So what are you doing?
Right.
And how come all this shit is not released?
And the craziest part? Most people sharing the story never even looked at the actual context themselves. That's what seemed to bother Rogan the most, because from his perspective, there's a massive difference between being mentioned around powerful social circles and being charged with a crime. But online, those distinctions disappear almost instantly. Once social media decides somebody fits the narrative, the damage starts immediately. And in a case tied to Epstein, the emotions become even more explosive. Because this wasn't just gossip. This was a scandal involving real victims, real abuse allegations, and years of public anger toward powerful people. That's why every new name creates such an emotional reaction online. People feel like there are still secrets hidden beneath the surface. They feel like powerful individuals escaped accountability. So when another famous name trends, many immediately assume the worst. What nobody expected was how quickly DiCaprio's reputation got pulled into that storm. One moment, people were talking about movies and celebrity culture. The next moment, his name was attached to one of the darkest scandals in modern celebrity history. And once that happens online, separating rumor from reality becomes almost impossible. Rogan reportedly became frustrated because he believes the internet has turned suspicion into entertainment. Instead of focusing on verified investigations, people focus on thumbnails, edited clips, and viral reactions. The story becomes bigger than the truth itself. And honestly, that's what makes situations like this so dangerous, because public opinion moves faster than facts. The moment people emotionally commit to a narrative, they stop asking questions, they stop waiting for evidence, they start searching for confirmation instead. And that creates a cycle that's almost impossible to stop. The more people react emotionally, the more the story gets promoted. The more the story spreads, the more people assume it must be true. Before long, perception becomes stronger than proof. That's the exact environment Rogan was criticizing, not because he was blindly defending celebrities, not because he was dismissing the seriousness of the Epstein case, but because he understands how internet culture works now. Once outrage begins, nuance disappears. And nuance matters, especially in a situation this serious. Over the years, Rogan has spoken many times about elite social circles in Hollywood and politics. He's talked about how fame naturally places celebrities around billionaires, executives, models, politicians, and controversial figures. According to him, being present in those environments doesn't automatically mean criminal involvement. But after Epstein, the public no longer sees those circles the same way. Trust is broken. Every private jet photo becomes suspicious. Every celebrity friendship gets questioned. Every party appearance becomes part of some larger theory online. And because Epstein's crimes were real, people now assume there must be hidden darkness behind every connection. That's why DiCaprio trending created such a massive reaction, not necessarily because of confirmed evidence, but because people already wanted answers. People already felt distrust towards celebrity culture. The Epstein scandal became symbolic of something bigger: power protecting itself, while ordinary people are left in the dark. So now, every time another celebrity name enters the conversation, the internet treats it like a breakthrough, even when no official charges exist. And that's where Rogan's frustration started becoming more emotional, because he knows how permanent internet narratives can become. Once someone's reputation gets attached to a scandal online, the association never fully disappears. Even years later, people remember the accusation more than the facts. Search results change, public opinion changes, careers change, and sometimes it happens before any investigation is even completed. That's terrifying when you really think about it, because the internet no longer separates speculation from certainty very well. Everything blends together into one giant emotional reaction. Clips get edited, quotes get removed from context, headlines become more dramatic than reality itself. And millions of people consume those stories in seconds. That's why Rogan reportedly kept emphasizing the importance of verified information. He argued that real investigations come from court records, official reporting, and confirmed evidence, not from viral TikToks or dramatic YouTube thumbnails designed for clicks. But here's the twist. Even when people hear that warning, many still don't care, because emotionally they already made their decision. That's what makes modern scandals feel so different now. Public perception forms almost instantly, long before the truth catches up. By the time facts emerge, the narrative is already locked into people's minds. And celebrities know that. You can imagine the pressure someone like DiCaprio must feel watching his name trend beside words connected to Epstein. Even without charges or confirmed wrongdoing, the association alone creates enormous damage. Friends start distancing themselves. Media attention becomes relentless. Every public appearance gets analyzed differently. Suddenly, the conversation isn't about movies anymore. It's about suspicion. And suspicion spreads faster than anything online. Meanwhile, the public keeps digging deeper because many people still believe there are unanswered questions surrounding Epstein's network. They feel frustrated that the full truth may never completely come out. That frustration fuels every new viral story. So when Rogan reacted emotionally, people immediately paid attention. Because Rogan represents a voice many viewers see as anti-establishment, someone willing to question media narratives while also questioning powerful elites. That combination made his reaction spread even faster online. Some people agreed with him completely. Others accused him of defending Hollywood. The debate became huge almost overnight. And that's what this entire situation really became. Not just a story about Leonardo DiCaprio, not just a story about Epstein, but a story about how modern media works. A story about how quickly public opinion can spiral out of control. A story about how algorithms reward outrage over patience. And a story about how difficult it has become to separate facts from emotions online. Because in today's world, trending often feels more powerful than truth. And once millions of people emotionally connect to a narrative, reversing it becomes almost impossible. That emotional pressure affects everyone involved: celebrities, families, careers, public trust, even audiences themselves. People become emotionally exhausted, constantly trying to figure out what's real and what's manipulation. Every week, another viral scandal appears, another celebrity gets dragged into controversy, another wave of outrage floods social media, and eventually, viewers stop knowing who or what to trust anymore. That's part of why the Epstein story continues haunting public conversation years later. It created a level of distrust that never fully disappeared. People still feel like powerful individuals avoided accountability. They still believe hidden truths exist behind closed doors. So every new connection becomes emotionally charged. And in moments like this, emotions become stronger than evidence. That's the real danger Rogan seemed to be pointing toward. Because when society reaches a point where accusations automatically equal guilt in the public mind, truth becomes harder to protect. Real investigations become buried beneath internet chaos. Facts become secondary to whatever generates the strongest reaction. And unfortunately, outrage always spreads faster than patience. At the center of all this is a simple reality many people forget. Being discussed online is not the same thing as being proven guilty in court. That distinction matters. It matters for fairness, it matters for truth, and it matters because once society stops caring about evidence, anyone can become the next viral target overnight. That doesn't mean people shouldn't ask questions. It doesn't mean powerful individuals should avoid scrutiny. But it does mean the public should be careful before turning speculation into certainty. Because once a reputation is destroyed online, it rarely fully recovers. And maybe that's why Rogan's reaction felt so intense. Not because he had all the answers, but because he recognized how dangerous the cycle itself has become. A cycle where algorithms fuel outrage, outrage fuels assumptions, and assumptions slowly start replacing reality. And honestly, that may be the biggest story here. Not just whether another celebrity name appeared online, but how quickly millions of people were ready to believe the worst before fully knowing the truth. That's the world social media created, a world where headlines move faster than investigations, a world where emotion spreads faster than facts, and a world where one trending topic can completely reshape someone's public image overnight. So while people continue debating Leonardo DiCaprio, Joe Rogan, Epstein, and everything connected to this story, one thing is very clear. The internet no longer waits for certainty. It reacts first. And sometimes, by the time the truth finally arrives, the damage is already done. If you want more deep breakdowns on the biggest celebrity stories, internet controversies, and viral moments everyone is talking about, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, because these stories move fast, but we're here to slow everything down and separate what's proven from what's simply trending.